Om Shanti. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Controlling power. Sometimes some children play big games. Wasteful thoughts come with so much force that they are unable to control themselves. Afterwards, they say, "What can I do? It just happened." They cannot stop themselves. They do whatever they want. However, you must gain the power to control this wastefulness. Just as you receive the fruit of multi-millions for one powerful thought, in the same way, the fruit of one wasteful thought is sadness, disheartenment, and loss of happiness. You experience just as much return of one. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 19. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Today's topic, controlling power. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone okay? Yes. We have learned, right, to be well, to be okay. With the knowledge, with qualities, with powers. We don't have any control over circumstances or situations. If we know that very soon there will be a big storm, you cannot control a storm, but you think, how do we control the damage? So people will start blocking this seal. Like in Florida, many places, there's always a lot of storms and a lot of flooding, right? So they keep thinking how to keep ourselves safe, our property safe, right? House safe. So this is what Baba is teaching us, that create your stage, accumulate powers, so that when there is a situation, then, as Baba said, not sad, disheartened, lose hope, or others could be angry, right? Impatient. Lot of different kind of sufferings. Right? So Baba helps us to prepare ourselves. Not only what happens personally, then it's the family, then it's the society, and then whole world, right? Recently we had a retreat at Peace Village. Most of the very highly professional people were there, and they had fear of the world. What's going to happen, right? Whether it is cost of living, whether it is violence, whether it is losing pensions, many kind of fears. So we allowed them to speak about their fears. And then when gradually they understood some knowledge, they understood what is meditation, then when they were leaving, they were feeling very secure and safe. So whatever practices Baba is giving us, we do it for our own care, self-care, right? self-safety. And then if we are safe, then we can help other souls. A lot of people say, I was shocked to hear this. I was so sad to hear this. I was very, very upset to hear this, no? So external situations affect our mind. Mind and breath both have deep connection. So it's very, very uh, high education, good practice to create the powers or the stage which is needed, not what we want, but we need it. So today Baba is talking about controlling power. Because whenever there is a situation, we call it the flood of thoughts, right? Like there is flooding of water, there's flooding of thoughts, or we call it storm of thoughts, like so much. Even there is no storm outside, but there is storm inside. Mm. And these days, mm, we got a call today from India. Are you all okay? Because we heard there is flooding in New York. New York is drowning. So I called Brother Eric. I said, where is flooding? He said it rained a lot and little bit in Manhattan, whole part of Manhattan had. But the way they were thinking is like, are we safe? Our house is safe, everything. Oh, our centers. Mm. So sometimes the news also. Mm. So that is why also it's good to hear news, but not too much, right? We were surprised because we don't see any water here. Mm. So the influence, no, of what is happening in the world, or sometimes these days especially, mm, very little thing, it is blown up and it's like a big thing. Mm. So we thought we'll write that we all are safe. There is no flood here. We are okay, right? Mm. So if we look overall, what is lacking in us? Power to control. And you start always with your own self, right? Anything. Mm. You like something to eat, you have to have control, right? When you have lot of variety, you eat very, very little. So control overall is very important. Mm. Even control of hearing, you like to hear. Mm. Control over your eyes, what you should see, what you shouldn't, right? Because it's addictive, it's kind of habit. And then it becomes very harmful. So we can make a long list of what really, it was Baba's Murli to know. Self-sovereignty. Look at which sense organ mm, is not under your control. If we allow one time, you don't know. Uh, it could deceive you. So control is important. Controlling power, sometimes some Children play big games of wasteful thoughts. Baba says, waste thoughts come with so much force that they are unable to control themselves. So the response, the reaction, Baba says, afterwards they say that what can I do? It just happened. Baba says they cannot stop themselves. They do whatever they want, and Baba says this is the experience we all have, right? But we have learned to. So Baba says that you must gain the power to control. Baba says this wastefulness, control the wastefulness, just as you receive the fruit of multi-millions for one powerful thought. In the same way, the fruit of the wasteful thought is the sadness. Every time, everyone, depression, depression. So Baba says, no, wasteful thoughts is sadness, disheartenment, loss of happiness. So Baba says you experience just as much return of wasteful also. So it is the fruit of powerful thought, and then there is return of the wasteful in fluctuation of state of mind. Many people say, I don't know these days, I'm not so happy. So we have to check where our thoughts are going, from where they coming. Sometimes we get connected with our past. Sometimes there are concerns about future. And then we realize, but present is so good, today is so good. Why don't I enjoy? So it's the thoughts really. So our inner world we have to take care of so that we can face the outer world or deal with it, or we can serve also. So controlling power is very, very important. Om Shanti. Hmm.
Om Shanti.
Hello, Judy.
Hello. Very warm greetings to you, Didi.
It's long time.
I know I'm always, I have the thought, I'm sort of missing you. And then I get a note from Bhumi to see if I can come. And lots of love to the family as well. As I was listening to you just now, Didi, I don't know why, but the thought came, I couldn't believe it's been like 5 years, over 5 years since Avyakti Parvar has been transmitting. And one thing I was feeling is from you is consistency, which I know is a word you like as well. But every night you are very consistent in terms of your presence, your warmth, your sharing. Is consistency a sign of having controlling power?
No, these days in the cars also, they
Mm.
have speed control, right?
Mm.
That means it can automatically go on that speed.
Yeah.
Some people like it, some don't, right?
Mm.
Some don't like because not too they can't go very fast, right? And some they like it because they are comfortable with that speed all the time. So I think somewhere it is very important in life. And just few minutes before I was thinking that for me, like we give example of Brahma Baba, last minute he gave whatever had to be decided. So for me, I thought it's the last minute is a Vyakti Parivar. So that will be like always, that's what I will be. Whether in India it's early morning, here it's evening.
Mm.
So I think Baba has given me this, what should I say, assignment or goal, blessing. Yeah.
Gift,
Yes,
blessing.
that's very good words. Yeah. So I have to
It's very
continue with.
inspiring. It's very inspiring, Didi. So before we talk a little bit about controlling, and this might be related, um, something stayed with me from the Bogue message yesterday. And I know it was a lot about becoming full while there's time, becoming full with the Father's treasures and saving them by using it. But there was something at the end which seemed connected to the Murnity as well, um, where Baba acknowledged we're all making effort. And then I think trying to find the right words, but what came was now, but just make effort a little better.
Mhm.
And today, Murli acknowledged that we all study differently, but I could not stop thinking about this statement. And what in your mind is to make effort a little better? What does that look like?
Mm. Because some transformation, some improvement, some progress,
Mm.
every day, if a little better, because sometimes we become very comfortable. I'm doing very well.
Mm.
And then little carelessness come. And then we start noticing fluctuation in the stage. But as we are ascending, as we have to move forward, so if you pay attention, where I can be better, where I can be. I think everyone in the life, whether in our profession, whether I was thinking about flower arrangements, like they try to do little better, right? Little better every time. It's good quality, everything. And I think that's the life is about, right? If you are same, you are stuck, you
Mm.
won't be happy about it. So I think in progress, there is a lot of contentment too. You feel happy that I am getting better now. Anything doing also. There are some we don't see much of that enthusiasm. Let me do better. Let me do. They always say, I'm okay. I did well. Of course, you did well, but you can be better. No? Everyone can look into where I can be better. And I think that's really the life, no? That's the joy of the life. So I feel this doing better is the breath of life in a way.
That's beautiful. Doing better is the breath of life. Do you feel that everyone has equal capacity to look at themselves that way and see where they need to be able to discern, to be clear about themselves and see? Or do we have to wait for something to happen to reveal perhaps where I need to improve?
I think everyone has capacity,
Mm.
everyone, but
Mm.
some kind of resistance to that change.
Mm.
Or it's like somebody is expecting something better from me and I don't want to do because it is someone else.
Mm.
So it's a resistance of some kind. But if we say it's good for me, it's better for me, it's not question of anyone else, not take it as a pressure, but as a
Mhm.
pleasure.
Mm.
Your joy will be in that, right?
So that leads very nicely to the next question. So, yesterday, Baba talked about if we succumb to habits, we should punish ourselves. And then today, he was saying, be merciful to yourself. And I think this is kind of related to what you're talking about. What was going on between those two Murlis? What was going on?
I think Baba looks at us, he looks at our stage.
Mm.
Automatically, those words are expressed, right? That you shouldn't feel hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself or with you, but be merciful. So
Mm.
it's not only Baba, but you have to be merciful on your own self. So I think Baba used both words. That when he said punishment, you punish yourself. But then he said, be also merciful, right?
Mm.
Many people have, like, if there is something, then they make a big promise.
Mm.
Okay, from today, I will never eat this. It's not possible. Maybe you will need to, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes we make a promise which is very hard on yourself. So Baba says, no, be merciful also. Just don't punish yourself, be merciful also.
Mhm.
Very good balance though.
Yeah.
It could be more a determination and be flexible too.
That leads me to the feeling around this idea of controlling power, because I heard you when you were speaking, talking a lot about care for self. This control is connected to care for self, the merciful, but also that controlling power not become violent. So, first of all, you have talked in the past, and Bubba's also explained that these, the thoughts come from the sanskars. So, to be able to control, I'm wondering if one of the mechanisms, and help me to think this through, he has said, use your original and eternal sanskars to transform the acquired ones or the body kind of. So is it that I need to be in a certain stage, ideally that stage of gracious, that very elevated stage? Do I need to be in a certain stage to be able to have controlling power without any violence?
I think those who drive, they
Mm,
know very well what is controlling power, right?
mm,
That means you are on the wheel and you need to have control over the wheel, right? But as I said, control is not stop, stuck, but it's the right direction.
mm,
That means I am moving my wheel into right directions.
mhm,
That means, let's say, it was yesterday, no, when Didi Mohini is accurate all-rounder. So accurate could be violent, but accurate could also be a kind of quality in you.
mhm,
Violent in the sense of you forcefully do it, or you forcefully say it, or forcefully expect from others is violent, no? But if you are, kind of accurate in it, it's a kind of, way of doing things too. Way of doing things. We say in peaceful age, there is a saying that everyone gets to cook, right? They get turned. But some, when they go in the kitchen and when they leave kitchen, they leave it in same condition. very clean. Everything is wiped up. And some they cook and they just leave pots there or everything. So it depends, that how do you think, that what I am doing, I should be accurate in doing, isn't it? So some people have habit of, one day I was telling them that those who wash dishes there and those who cook are different people. If those who are cooking also can wash, so they will know how many pots they take out unnecessary. Otherwise here also, just use it and wash it. No, use it, wash it. But if you pile up, then it takes 1 hour, right? It takes a lot of time. So again, depends on how you create your efficiency, your accuracy. So this is how I see it. Yeah.
No, I love the idea of connecting accuracy and efficiency to controlling. Um, I'm going to try and keep this story short, but because you brought up driving as a metaphor, um, a lot of people, we hope people are in control when they're driving. We also know that some have habits while they're driving that can distract them, so they're not fully in control. So I had a situation where I drove to the center every day in the morning, but sometimes I had to go in the afternoon. And the route I took had a sign that said you could not make a turn onto the road in certain hours in the afternoon. But I had such a deep habit of turning at that corner in the morning, I would turn in the afternoon, and, which is not legal. So, and I couldn't seem to control. The habit was so deep. I eventually had to put a sticker on the steering wheel to tell me, do not turn at this time. And I managed to control myself. And so I removed the sticker. And the very day I removed the sticker, I made that wrong turn again at the wrong time. And there was a policeman there. And so I just stopped the car and waited for him to give me a ticket. And he came over and he said, you were waiting for me. You clearly know you did something wrong. And I said, yes, I'm so sorry, officer. And he said, well, if you know, why did you? I said, and I explained the whole thing, the sticker, and they're trying to control. And he never gave me a ticket. He was so merciful, but he was very frustrated that my system didn't work. So I know what it's like to have a deep habit and how much it takes
No,
to have
but
that perceived
also
control.
when you have controlling power, like yesterday morning, someone had big accident. So
Mhm.
he had new car, he was driving, and someone just came and hit so hard that he
Mm.
just circled. But
Wow.
because he had control, he didn't lose control or gave up. He was okay. Means he had some, they took him to hospital, all that, but was not, the car and him, both of didn't have that much damage. So
Mhm.
controlling of any kind, even if you are in a adverse situation or challenging situation, will always help you.
Mhm.
That is
Mhm.
why I liked very much about patience, when
Mhm.
power of patience, because in your thinking, in your speaking, especially the words, it needs a lot of control, because even if you say two extra words, either it could hurt someone, it won't work well, So controlling overall as a self-sovereign is a very, very good quality.
Yeah. And also perhaps connected to the power of coolness that we worked on today.
Very
Keeping
good.
it cool and controlled. Anyways, I know I've run out of time, but thank you so much, Didi. Very much enjoyed.
Thank you, Judy. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.